I just got to find it on here. You know, for whatever reason, it always takes me a long time to find it on here. Oh, got it. I got it. Fia, can I ask, is Linford back with his ex, Kay, the Leo? Okay. Is Linford back with his ex, Kay, the Leo? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Cinnamon, how will the reconciliation go with the Libra and when? Could be early spring. Reconciliation goes well. Things move forward quickly, no longer holding yourself back. Excuse me. Somebody from your past returns. Things get back on track. Balance comes back to the situation. I would say by early spring it should happen. Cat, love reading. I'm single. Okay. Slow and steady wins the race with a water sign, possibly a Cancer. Slow and steady wins the race. Passion comes in. The love cup is full. Water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Cancer comes up very strong. No longer holding yourself back. Listening to your intuition brings in a committed relationship with somebody who would present you with an offer that would be hard to turn down. Listen to your intuition. You should meet this person like being at the right place at the right time. Jakaya, what messages do you have? Okay. Laying down the law, setting up boundaries, stepping into your own personal strength serves you well. You got passion coming in, and it could be around a new job opportunity or a new school project, whatever it is that you do all day. It looks like the hard work you've put into school or work, whatever you do all day, is coming back to you, and there's cause for celebration that comes in. Walking away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you, bring you to a place of choices. The love cup is full. Rest, relaxation recharges your batteries. If you're not with anyone right now, you do have new love on the horizon with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. If you are with someone right now, your current relationship moves forward. New chapter. I'm thinking about going to nursing school. How will things turn out? You would do really well. Yep. The sun's in reverse. It means that all that means is that there could be a delay around happiness, but you should do well. You have a wish around the situation. It looks like you're prepared and you're grounded. I would go for it. Talia, general for tomorrow. Hard work that you've put into something is coming back to you. It's going to pay off. You're stepping into a time of growth and transformation, possibly on several levels. on a spiritual level, financially, maybe even around a side business, maybe growing and changing and bringing in cause for celebration. You have a wish, put it out into the universe. An Aquarius comes in around you, a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, maybe a Pisces, and you have happiness coming in tomorrow. Kiki, am I still going through transformation? I think you are. Yes, absolutely. Jakaya, what will happen between Cancer coming towards me? Okay, what will happen between the Cancer coming towards me? Disappointment, heartache, old wounds will all move into the past. This person shows up ready for your life to move forward. Persistence changes your life for the better quickly, and a romantic connection comes in. That relationship could be being guided by the divine, and you will no longer be waiting for your ship to come in. That when you meet that person, things may click instantly, and you guys could have a nice connection immediately. Marilyn, how does Chris feel about the email that I sent today? How does Chris feel about the email? Undecided. Two of Swords in reverse. Ultimately, I think there's burden around the situation. Indecision and burden around the situation. But I think ultimately you'll get past it, or he'll get over it, because starting a new journey comes in. If he's someone from your past, he could be returning. If he isn't, somebody from your past is returning. Disappointment seems to move into the past, and things seem to get back on track. So you may be undecided and burdened by that email initially. John, general for this month. General for this month. Got a little adventure coming in, and slow and steady wins the race. So that's kind of like an oxymoron. Like there's a little adventure coming in, but you're moving forward slow and steady, or you may be moving with caution. You have cause for celebration that comes in, possibly around going back to school, learning a new area of study, or starting a new business or a new job opportunity. You're no longer holding yourself back. The world is at your feet. The hard work that you've put into something comes back to you this month, and you may get communication from somebody out of the blue that you haven't seen or spoken to in quite some time. Negativity moves into the past, and a large sum of money is headed your way. Kiki, when will I feel energized again? Could take a couple of weeks, maybe the next 2 or 3 weeks. Kiki, the girl seems eager for me to apply. Outcome. If this is for a job and you apply, you would be moving on to greener pastures. You would be earning a lot of respect, and you'd be getting better compensated. Life would change for the better quickly. Money worries move into the past, or paying off a bill of debt or loan, whatever, would move into the past. If it's for a job, I would go for it. I think it could be a good new opportunity. Malika, general. Oh. Feeling prepared. Life starts to move forward. Water sign comes in of significance, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. You may have some options and choices, and you're successful around a business or school, career, endeavor, whatever it is that you do all day. You have a wish when it comes to love. Fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, but you also have a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. It also looks like growth and transformation comes to your life, and happiness is coming out. Could be taking a little road trip somewhere, too. Oh my God. What happened? All of a sudden I got tired. T-Vet, what's going on with J and J in love? It doesn't look real good for them. They got the Two of Cups in reverse, which could be a breakup on the horizon. Things have been out of balance, and there may be concern or worry around money. It also looks like there could be third-party interference around that relationship. And things may be kind of stuck. I don't think that it's a great relationship. There's no love showing up here. They're showing a lot of problems, but not a whole lot of love. Beautiful one, love. You got options coming in if you're not with anyone right now. You got the sun coming out, which is happiness, and you're no longer holding yourself back. Soulmate relationship shows up. You got a Virgo here. You have a Gemini. You also have an earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. Keep your options open. Yeah, and listen to your intuition. Sandy, what's coming towards me? What's coming towards me, Sandy? Life starts to move forward pretty quickly. Love, money, abundance, fertility comes in. Be careful with that card if you don't want children right now. Hearing from somebody or running into someone that you haven't seen or spoken to in quite some time. Feeling prepared and excited for your life to move forward. Got a little adventure coming in. Along with that, you have a little bit of financial stability coming in too. Sister, why did Kay not want to open the door to our friendship again? Why did Kay not want to open the door? She comes up as kind of argumentative. I think you're going to hear from her, though. Okay, so it shows here that her patience has been thin, or she's been awfully moody lately for whatever reason. It does show that she's still either a little bit angry or argumentative. But moving past that, you've got the Empress here, and you could get a message from her out of the blue. She could change her mind, and this situation can grow, transform, and you guys could end up being friends again. Chariot is here. Things could move forward for the two of you. You know, it's interesting because perseverance shows up around the situation. And if you're not reaching out to her, at some point, she may be waiting for you to reach out to her. At some point, she may either realize that she's been an asshole, or she may kind of feel like, you know, I don't even remember what I was so aggravated about. Let's not let this ruin our friendship. And you may hear from her. And it should be something sometime soon with the Knight of Swords. I would be surprised if you didn't hear from her soon. I think she kind of maybe gets over herself a little bit. Adriana, when is he going to call me? When is he going to call me? Maybe the beginning of spring. It's like around a beginning. It could be the beginning of February. Now we're already either the beginning of March or the beginning of spring. Sometime in March, I'm going to go with. Sister, why did Susan not want to be friends again? Oh, she may think that she's wrong. So Hermit's in reverse. She may be afraid that you're going to tell her the truth, and she doesn't want to hear the truth because she already knows it. She may be hiding right now. She's thinking an awful lot about things, too. She may be kind of stuck. Like, you're not stuck in her life, but kind of emotionally stuck and hasn't grown past it. You got divine timing around this situation, too. At some point, things could change around her, too. But whatever happened between the two of you, she may know that you're right and doesn't want to admit it. At some point, she may get over it. Your relationship with her could strengthen. You know, after all these people have treated you like this, you may not even want them back in your life. Got to see how you feel when that time comes. But I definitely think you're going to hear from them again. And relatively soon. Whether that's a good or bad thing, I don't always, you know. Sometimes it's better just to let that good stuff kind of go. But I don't know. I think you're going to hear from both these ladies. Kiki. School situation is stressing me out. Outcome. You're prepared to work things out. Here you go with the weight of the world on your shoulders, but that's not going to last forever. You're actually going to focus on what you need to get done, and you may be overwhelmed and feel like you have a long road ahead of you, but whatever it is that's stressing you out, you work it out, and the negativity moves into the past. I think you're going to get things done. I'm not really worried about it. It's going to either iron itself out, or you tackle the problem and you fix it. Adriana, general. May have some nice choices coming in. You also have the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities. The sun comes out, but it could be slow and steady with that guy. Love cup is full. Somebody from your past returns. Got a Sagittarius coming in as well, and you could be paying off a bill of debt or a loan or something that makes you feel relief. Feeling prepared and excited for the future. A lot of people have been getting that lately, like feeling like hopeful for the future, which is good. It's good to be hopeful. Kiki, is a transformation lowering my energy? Yeah, it could be. It could be. Yes. I would say yes, but I also think that there's something else going on because a lot of people are complaining about low energy. I don't know, though. I can't imagine that that's a planetary thing right now. Well, because of all the Aquarius energy, that to me isn't really low energy. I don't know. A lot of people are complaining about having no energy lately. Drink more water. That's my answer. Whenever like you feel really sluggish or tired, I would always suggest drinking more water. Soleil, work at the Judson Center tomorrow. I called off today because of my health, and I found some shady things about my manager, Shonda. How will work be for me tomorrow? It should be okay. It should be okay. You're feeling prepared. It looks like you got divine guidance guiding you. Things are okay. You're not feeling burdened. You're actually feeling stable tomorrow. You know what the thing is that nowadays with COVID, people they would rather you call out than come in. So you're fine. I think that tomorrow's going to be a relatively like slow day, or not very eventful. It might not be slow, but it's like not eventful. T-Bet, how are his finances looking? Oh, how are his finances looking? How are his finances looking? First card around him is the Ten of Pentacles. That's pretty good. And he's very ambitious. And he's like relieved. He's got relief around money. He's also very perseverant. I would say his finances are good. Sister, Kay told me that her and I wanted different things in life. And I was trying to open our friendship up after 3 years of not being close last year. What did she mean? Yeah, I mean, people want different things in life. That doesn't mean you can't be friends. Like, everybody wants different things in life. You know what I mean? Like, my best friend's a cop. She's married and she's got no kids and she's never wanted kids. I have other friends that are gay and they're not married. And then I have friends that are like, then there's me. I'm not married, but I have a kid. Then I have friends that are very ambitious. They always want to keep climbing up the ladder. And then I have friends that are very content with staying exactly where they are. I mean, what the hell? You know, and we don't all have to be the same to be friends. All right, let's see. Let's see what the cards suggest. Okay, I would say that this may be somebody, once again, that could be a little bit envious of you. Even though she's saying that you guys want different things, that may be true, but she still may be envious of some of the characteristics that you have. She may feel like you can accomplish more than she does, that you're stronger than she is, that you're more independent, that you earn more respect, or that people look up to you. She also may feel a little like, I don't like using the term like below you or beneath you, but she may kind of feel that way. So that could be a reason why she's pulled her energy back, because she can't compete with you. I mean, to me that's, it's like we're friends. We should want good things for each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell? Like, it shouldn't be a competition. We should try to help one another. So I don't understand what wanting different things has to do with whether or not you guys are friends, but I feel like she actually feels more inferior to you, and that keeping space between you and her she doesn't get to see it, I just don't understand people. I really don't. But I guess the older that I get, I guess I'm maturing, whereas when I was younger, I guess I could understand that maybe a little bit more when I was younger. I always tried to like look back on how I felt when I was younger. Was I envious of friends? I would never not be friends with somebody because we want different things in life. Everybody wants different things. Like I have a friend that she drove a motorcycle. And I'm telling you, the last thing that you would ever catch me on is a fucking motorcycle. Once I went on it and I'll never go on again. And she was my old boss, like way back when, from A&P when I first started working there. And she's this tiny little thing. She comes busting into the bar one night. This was years ago. And she's got like the thing on her head. And she's got a leather jacket on. She comes busting in on a motorcycle. Not me. But, it doesn't mean we can't be friends. I don't know. I think that she used that, or she hides behind that as an excuse because she feels a little bit inferior. Anyhow. Soleil, will I get the new job working for Dr. Spearman? And if so, when do you see me starting? Yes, I do think that you're going to get that job. Let's see. When could you start? Possibly within the next 5 weeks. I do think you're going to get it. You got success around it. Kiki, I feel like I've outgrown old friends emotionally. Yeah, you might have. I mean, I feel like that happens. Emotionally, people outgrow one another, but it doesn't mean that you can't stay in touch. You know, life happens, right? You kind of learn that as you get older. Like, I have a friend of mine who, it's her birthday today. So I wished her happy birthday, like by text message. And then she said, oh, we're going to do it's like a Facebook chat, whatever, for when she had her birthday cake. Now, I've known her, I believe, since junior high. And at one point, like when we were going to college, she like literally, we lived on like a really big main, double yellow, but it was like 2 lanes and 2 lanes. But there was a diner not far, and there was like a lot of stuff there, which was good because we had, the years that I lived there, we had some bad winters. She lived like the next block over, so she used to walk over and stay at our house. And you know, then she wound up moving to New Jersey, and she lived with her dad for a while. And then she wound up moving to, she lives somewhere in Massachusetts now. And I don't see her often. I haven't seen her in years. But we're still friends. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not the same as it was back then. But it doesn't mean that she's not important. And I can tell you something. If I needed her tomorrow, she'd be here. She would be here. But like, that's just that, you know, like when I look back on all my friends, even though her and I, we were close, but she was a different type of friend. I don't know how to explain it, but she's one of my oldest friends. But it's not the same as it used to be. Like I said, I can't remember the last time that I saw her in person. Oh, yes, I can. She was living not too far from the one of the yoga studios that I teach at. Maybe it was about 5 years ago. It was before she moved to Massachusetts. You do have new people coming in. You got new energy coming in. You've got fire signs coming in, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. You have a new journey, starting a new journey, and success comes in around new people. You may need to broaden your social circle, and that's okay. It's just that with COVID, everything is so much more difficult. My friend that I was talking about just got vaccinated, so she should be able to come down here soon. But it's okay to outgrow people emotionally. It's also okay to be like in different places. You know, like just not, you know, and still be friends. Why not? Yeah, I mean, I don't see why people have to either be friends and speak to each other all the time or not be friends at all. I think there's a middle ground. Sometimes it can be difficult if the friendship was something that was like or like, for example, the one friend that I had, like she was with me constantly. If she had a day off, she was with me. She called me every day, like 3, 4, 5 times a day. As soon as she met someone, then all of a sudden she didn't need me anymore, and that was the end to her. That's different. Like, that's a different circumstance. My other friends weren't like that. They weren't like with me all the time. So I never had trouble with, or I never cared if I didn't talk to them every day or see them every day. Like, I'll see you when I can. But with her, it was different because it was so black and white. You know, it was like she needed to be with me 24/7 when she was available. But then all of a sudden, when she didn't need me anymore, she was gone. And she was gone. Like, gone. Like, not even in the county, gone. That was it. Took off. Sister, it's weird, after all the people that I've served, sever ties with. S and K are still the ones that I don't feel resolved with. Why can't I accept that they're over? I don't think they are over, and I think that could be why. So you could have some growth and transformation coming in around those two. They may be holding themselves back, and there could be some disappointment around it, but I don't think that your friendships with them are over forever. I think that there is going to be a rekindling, and you guys may be working on things in the near future. And I think that's why you have that in your head. I think that maybe somewhere intuitively you know that. And it could be something that's a little bit frustrating, like knowing that it's going to happen or it's going to come up and it just hasn't happened yet. I don't think you're done with those two. And you might never be done with those two. Your relationships with them may never go back to being the way they used to be, but that doesn't mean they still can't be in your life moving forward. Kiki. Why was the guy at Starbucks looking at me weird? He actually could have found you to be attractive, interesting, or intriguing. At the same time, he also could have been thinking about something else. You ever have one of those weird moments? Do you ever have one of those moments where like you stare at someone or something, but you have something else in your head? So it could have been a combination of like you caught his eye, but at the same time he was thinking about something else and he kind of got fixated for a moment. Weird. But I don't think it was bad. I think it was good. Anjali, reading for February. Stepping into some good luck, and you may have some choices. Taking time for rest, relaxation, recharges your batteries. Looks like you have the world at your feet and you're feeling prepared. If you're not in a relationship right now, there is a Cancer coming in. You also could have a new job offer on the horizon, and you may be thinking about going back to school or learning a new area of study. Looks like a pretty decent month. Asia. Brandon's intentions towards me. Okay, let's see. You guys could be starting a new journey together at some point relatively soon. Good luck comes in, and you could find yourself in a committed relationship. But there is there's choices. You may have to make choices. Got choices around you. But I think his intentions will be to move this situation forward or to move the relationship forward. Kiki, are my angel affirmations having any impact? Yes, they are. I would keep it up. Soleil, the rest of the week and the weekend. Balance comes back to your life feeling like you made it to the top of the mountain and you have a wish, put it out into the universe. Anxiety moves into the past and feeling successful around, it could be a job or finances, or it could be a side job, like a side business and finances. It also looks like you have the Magician, so you have the ability to manifest new opportunities. Disappointment moves into the past when you focus on a side business. I think that's side business stuff. I think it's a pretty decent week. Asia, will I be hearing from Brandon soon? Yes, you should hear from him soon. Asia, anything Spirit wants me to know about my business? Slow and steady wins the race, but don't give up. Keep focused on it, stay grounded, and persevere, and you will be successful. Oh, Kiki, any friendships coming in? I want a social life. I know, it's funny because, like, normally I'm okay with being home. Like, I'm really okay with it. And then, like, being in Florida, where the lockdowns aren't so restrictive, and, like, having family around, when I came home, I was, like, I'm a little bored. And I don't usually go through that. Like, normally I'm okay. I can amuse myself. You do have new friendships coming in. You also could have a new love connection coming in with the Two of Cups. Got an Aquarius here, a Libra, a Sagittarius, a Gemini, a Virgo coming in. You could have new social stuff happening, but it's hard with, COVID. Like, it's hard. I mean, if you're going to go out, you got to wear a mask. And that's no matter where you go. It doesn't matter what state you're in. It's just that, like, for me, I was able to take Avery to the park in Florida. You can't go to the parks here. So that was something, it's too cold here right now anyway. But that was something to do, Like, now I'm like, I'm here. And but, like, I don't know how you feel about, like, going out and having to wear a mask and then the fucking sanitizer and everything else. It's kind of too much for me. Like, I would just rather kind of stay home. But it does look like you have new social stuff happening or new social connections. I don't know how much in-person stuff you're comfortable with doing, though. You might not feel like doing that. You could do it virtually. I mean, I thought that having a virtual birthday party was, it was better than not doing it. And whether COVID was happening or not, I'm still not going to be going over for cake at somebody's house in Massachusetts tonight. So it's not the worst thing in the world. I mean, it's a decent way to connect. Anyhow, sister, it's so weird that she said we wanted different things in life because she hadn't spoken to me about what's going on in 3 years. How does she know what I want? Yeah, and just because you want different things in life doesn't mean that you can't be friends. Like I said, two of my friends were cops. I am the last person that would ever be a cop because I couldn't. I feel too bad. Like, I couldn't pull somebody over. Because I would feel bad. I would be like, I know this is probably aggravating. I know that you probably don't want to pull over. Like, I just don't have that personality. I couldn't do it. That's not for me. But that doesn't mean I can't be friends with them. I couldn't be a salesperson either. But I know plenty of people that are in sales and they do very well for themselves. I know I have friends, like I said, that never wanted kids. Like, I'm amazed actually how many of my friends don't have kids. They never wanted kids. They had no interest. They like kids, but somebody else's kids. Probably most of my friends don't have kids. So what? A lot of my friends too don't want to be tied down with dogs and cats and that kind of stuff. And I can't imagine my life without a dog. So what? I don't understand why wanting different things in life means that you guys can't be friends. I think that she thinks that you're more successful than she is. Or that you're more independent, or that you take care of yourself better than she does. I don't know. There's more to it than just that. But as she matures, she may not feel that way anymore. Like, sometimes people get jealous and then they kind of mature and they kind of get over that. Like, sometimes, all that glistens isn't gold. She may be starting to realize that you don't really know what's going on in somebody else's life. So she may lose some of that envy or whatever it is. And she's probably stalked you out on Facebook and that kind of stuff. And at least got a clue, had a clue of what was going on or whatever. Jennifer. I don't see the question yet, so let me do Sister, Susan was the friend that I left downtown when I was having trouble with S. And then she cut off our friendship and then got married. I don't know if she's over it or still bitter. I mean, let me see. Is she over it? Oh, I think she's over that. Yeah. I think she's over that. I think that she, I don't know if you've ever, I mean, you may have experienced it and not realized it, but like when life changes sometimes, it's like you can't imagine going back to the way things were. So she may have settled into this married life and that's kind of where she is now. Whether she's happy or not, that's irrelevant. But like for example, I was talking earlier about something about 4 o'clock in the morning came up. I can't remember. I can't remember what it was, but it reminded me of back in the day when I was out drinking all the time in my 20s. I mean, I'm telling you, the bars around here close at 4 a.m. and we were there at 4 a.m. They were throwing us out at 4 a.m. And then all of a sudden life changed. And then I started like teaching yoga at 6 o'clock in the morning. So now I was getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning instead of going to bed after 4 o'clock in the morning. And looking back on those bar days, I just can't live that life anymore. It's over, it's done. I can't do that. There's no way. Like, I remember that, I used to get out of work at 11 on Saturday nights, and we would go out at 11. Now, like, the idea of going out at 11, especially in the winter time, forget it. You're not getting me out. But it's like life has changed, so those things aren't, so, like, you don't want to do that anymore. But it doesn't mean that I don't want to see the people that I used to see there, or I don't want to hang out with the friends that I used to go there with, because I do. I just don't want to do that anymore. So she just may have like settled into where she is right now, and that's where she's at. But I don't think that she's still pissed off about the downtown thing. I think that went into the past and she's gotten over that. I mean, it's a long time ago. I think she's over that. I think she just may be in more of like a different place. Tanya, how will Kay react to me telling him that I want to be with him? Well, he may be a little undecided. He may not be sure what to say. You could kind of take him off guard. He may have like a clue that you're interested in him, but he might not know how to react, so you might have to give him some time. Like if he doesn't respond immediately, give him a couple of days to digest it, because it looks like you may feel disappointed. Try not to feel disappointed, just give him a little bit of time and let him see, because then it looks like communication comes in. He may not know what to say on the fly. Soleil, not interested in Leo anymore. General love plans for February. Okay. Pleasure celebration comes in around divine timing. When you walk away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you, Sagittarius comes in. Growth and transformation comes in. You could meet a Sagittarius. Feeling like you've made it to the top of the mountain, feeling well prepared, and even a little bit, there's another fire sign coming in besides Sagittarius. It could be another Sagittarius or a different Leo or Aries comes in. You got fire coming in, I think, before the end of February. Growth and transformation. Sister, Jess made a comment to me about buying Lola versus getting a rescue. She's good friends with Kay, who's a huge animal rescuer, and hasn't commented on Lola, which I'm surprised at. Are Kay and Jess judging me for not rescuing? Probably. Actually, it's only coming up 33% chance that they're judging you. They may not be judging you as hard as you think that they are. All right, so my first dog was a rescue. My father adopted her and brought her home for me for my birthday when I was 12. So that's all I wanted was a dog. That dog lived to be almost 16. Anyhow, um, and I always swore that I would never pay for a dog. I would never buy a dog because I just thought so many dogs out there need homes. Why would I do that? So Brandy passes away. I couldn't even make the appointment. I was fucking devastated beyond belief. One of the girls that I worked with actually made the appointment, and I told her, I said, don't even tell me the time. I said, I don't even want to know. I had her tell my boyfriend Tom at the time, him and my friend Denise were going to take Brandy to be put to sleep when I left to go to Florida for a wedding. So I was leaving here in the morning, and when I came home from Florida, Brandy wasn't going to be here. But I just couldn't fucking deal. Everybody that I knew, right? I was so upset. So upset. Everyone I knew. As soon as you're ready for a dog, I'll come with you. We'll go to North Shore out in Long Island and we'll get you the perfect dog. Everybody, my uncle said it, my friends said it, the people I hung out at the bars said it. Well, Brandy passes away and I'm like, hey, you want to go? No one wanted to be bothered. I couldn't get anybody, could get nobody to go with me. So I called the local shelter, and at the time they weren't, like, they have really cleaned up their act, but at the time they were like, we only have 2 dogs here and they're not ready to be adopted. Like, I don't know what that's about, but anyhow, so I got really pissed and I called the store in the mall, which I swore I would never do. I would never buy a dog. And I said, I go, do you have Weimaraners? And they said, oh yeah, we have a male and a female. I said, well, I want the female. And she said, okay, if you come down today and pick her up, we'll give you a discount, whatever the discount was. I think she was originally like $2,000, but she was getting older. She was born in April. I got her in July. So I think she had gone down to like 1,200. And I think I maybe got her for 800 or 900 or something like that. And I beat myself up for a long time about buying a dog. It really nagged at me for a long time. And then somebody said to me, you know, she needed a home too. And I was like, you know what? You're right. Like, she can't live in the pet store forever. She needed a home too. So, okay, it wouldn't be my first choice to do it, but I did it and I don't regret it because she needed a home. So, you know what? If somebody else has a problem with it, it's their problem. I mean, I personally would rather rescue, but you know what? It's everybody's personal choice, and that dog needed a home just as well, you know? I understand that people judge, but, you know, if you want to judge me, then come with me to get a dog in Long Island, but nobody wanted to be bothered. I was so pissed. And I was like, fuck it, I'm going to go right here. It's like right down the street. That's what I did. Anyway. Jennifer, my question is, will any of my children's, will I and my children's father fall in love with each other again? All right, will I be reconnecting with my children's father? Well, you have potential. There's potential here. 70% chance that you guys do reconcile at some point, but it's going to be a long road ahead of you. It's not going to be an easy road. I got to be honest. There's plenty of issues that are going to have to be dealt with before this can move forward, and you're both going to need to be on the same page. So it's not going to be easy. Let me put it to you that way. I would keep your options open because somebody else coming in and having a brand new, fresh relationship with somebody new would probably be better for everybody. But you see what happens when you cross that bridge when you come to it. Sister, I feel like they're always judging me because I'm not a vegan, and and extremely liberal like them. But that's the thing. Like, I don't understand it. Like, the whole idea of being liberal is to not judge, right? Because your idea should be that everybody has a choice to be, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand that. I don't understand it with anyone. Like, why do we judge people? Like, you don't have to be a vegan. You don't have to. Like, you can be a vegan if you want to be a vegan. And if you choose not to, then that's your business. I find that I've been a vegetarian since I'm 15. And I find nothing more annoying than the fucking vegetarian that it refuses to go someplace because there's going to be meat served. Like, that just drives me nuts. I don't have to eat it, but that doesn't mean other people can't eat it. It's the food chain. Like, that's just what we're supposed to do. I don't do it, but that's my choice. I don't think that I don't think that I have the right to tell somebody else what they should eat, what they should wear, or what kind of a dog they should have. If you want to wear leather shoes, that's your business. I mean, I don't care. Like, you know, like, I feel like the people that are judging others need to look at themselves first. Because if you don't want to be judged, then why are you judging other people? Like, you know, like, I'm not a vegan. I happen to like ice cream. I don't want to not eat ice cream. The vegan ice cream's for shit. I'm not eating it. Vegan cheese sucks. I don't want to eat it. But if you can live without it, that's your choice. If chicken, I can't. But that's me. You know, it doesn't make me right. It doesn't make anybody right. You know, it's your opinion. I really believe that everybody has a right to their own opinion, and you have the right to eat meat should you want to, or cheese or whatever it is. But I get it. I get it. It's hard too in the yoga field because, like, everybody's really skinny and everybody's got. But then, like, when you get to know them, you're like, these people are all phony, and I don't want to be phony. I would rather tell you that, look, this is me. I weigh 165 pounds. That's how much I weigh today. God's honest truth. I'll stand on the scale right now. I don't lie about my weight because I think that puts out a really bad message to young girls. This is what 165 pounds looks like. I have pictures. You could look at my old videos where I was much thinner. I could tell you what I weighed in those videos. But this is what it is. Like, you want to judge it, judge it. You don't? You want to hear and learn from my experience or my my story? Fine. But why are we judging people? I don't get that. Anyway, Kiki, should I try being bold? I'm kind of scared. I think you got to do with what you're comfortable with. But whenever you make a change, it's always scary. But I think that the more you stick with it or the more you put it out there, then the easier it's going to be for you. Try it. Try it. You're heading towards all 10 cups being full. Try it. I mean, the first time you do anything, it always reminds me of in camp, like the first day of camp when we went to the pool, the first day that we had to, like, we had the 3 high diving boards, right? One was really high. I would always be scared the first time I went to the top and jumped off it. The first time every season, I always got anxiety about it. Meanwhile, it was only the first time. Once I did it, I wasn't afraid anymore. Although I always felt like I hit the water really hard. DYB. I received an email today from a lady named Rita F. Brom wanting to make a very big donation to my nonprofit organization. Is she serious? Okay. I'm only getting a 33% chance that she's serious. I'm questioning not that she's not serious, but that it's a legitimate person. I would do a little more investigating around that, only because it's coming up low, and I don't see why somebody would reach out wanting to make a donation and not follow through and make the donation unless it wasn't a real person, you know. Now, Rita was my grandmother's name, and it's Avery's middle name. That's interesting. Flower. What did Tara think of me today? What did Tara think of me today? She thinks that you're very successful. I don't know who she is, but success comes up around you. She feels like you have the world at your feet, that you're very persistent. You know how to get things done. Empress, love, money, abundance, fertility. Be careful with that card if you don't want kids. You made a positive impression on her, whoever she is. Flower, messages from spirit. Four of water, missing an opportunity, discontentment or boredom. Open your eyes to the possibilities. The Eight of air, an illusion of being trapped, lack of confidence, afraid to take action. The Two of air, being unable and unwilling to make a decision, stalemate, pretending that there is no problem. Sister, does Susan move on? Does Susan moving on mean that I'm stuck in the past? No, I don't think that you are. Let's see. No, I don't think that you are stuck in the past. I think that you had a couple of good friends that really meant something to you, and you still want them to be part of your life. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I told a story yesterday about this was a really long time ago, before Facebook. There was a company called US Search or something like that. And I looked up a friend of mine. Now, we were 5 when we moved. We both moved at the same time, and I haven't seen her since I'm 5. She moved that far away. Like, we're like 20 minutes apart, but when you're a kid. And I wrote to her like years ago, and I even sent a picture of her and I at like my 3rd birthday party, and I never heard from her. And I think that that's a shame, because not that she's got to be my best friend again today, but why not reconnect with somebody and listen to their story? Like, I would just like to know how life treated her, not for any other, just like, I remember you being my first friend. I remember your brother. I remember your mother. I don't remember her father. I think he was a cop, and I don't think he was around much. I think he was always working. But why not? And if she didn't remember me, and if she would have asked her parents would have known who I was. So why would you not want to hear from an old friend? You had got to think that it has more to do with what was going on with her than me, right? Because we were 5. We didn't have an argument. We didn't have a falling out. I didn't run off with her husband. Like, why wouldn't you want to talk to me? So I don't think that you're living in the past. I think that you value your connections. Flower. When is the new soulmate coming in? When is the new soulmate coming in? Spring. So, like, what's Daniel's feeling about me in his next actions? Well, right now he's feeling burdened by the situation. He is holding himself back, and he's undecided. He's kind of slow and steady, so I wouldn't expect much happening real soon. Maybe communication can come in within the next couple of weeks. But I don't know. He seems to be holding himself back, or he's not really looking for things to move forward at this point. Soleil, general career for the rest of February. I'm hoping I'm leaving Judson and starting my new job by the end of the month. Okay, let's see. General for career. You could be walking away from things that no longer serve you. You got a wish coming true. You got money coming in. I don't see the new opportunity yet. There could be an offer in front of you that you just hasn't presented itself yet. I'm skeptical to say that you'll be in the new job by the end of February, but it could be coming. It could be on the horizon. Like you could have something in the works before the month ends. Let's put it that way. Kiki, I feel like I'll always feel a connection to Zach. Okay, let's see. You might, but I think that at some point you and him may reconnect. So we got to see when you get there. So I don't know if you're going to you're going to have this connection with him until he shows up again, and then your life moves forward. You know, like your relationship with him changes. I don't think you've heard the last of him yet. I think he may resurface at some point. Sister, Susan never dated anybody and was kind of awkward with men. It's so hard to imagine her married. How is she doing with him, and how did she drastically manifest a different life? How's she doing with him? Sounds like my friend. She's doing okay with him. They seem to be pretty okay. I definitely think that their relationship may be a little bit out of balance, and she may be like much more into it than he is. I think their relationship is okay, but this may be something that now finally is hers, and she feels like she really has to work at it, or she's got to put all of her energy into it. The relationship seems like it's okay. It doesn't look like it's wonderful. It looks like it's average at best. But she may be happy because, like you said, she's been kind of awkward and never had much in the past. And, you know, that whole idea of like the manifesting stuff, I've been through this before with, like my friend. She didn't date anybody for, I want to say 10 or 12 years. She didn't date anybody. Nobody. Didn't have an interest, wasn't looking for anyone. There was no one. And finally, it was like out of the clear blue sky with one of her coworkers who she hadn't even noticed. So she never even paid attention to this person. He randomly asked her out, and she called me up and she was like, I think I have a date. And she told me the story, and she's like, you think I should go? And I was like, yeah, go, whatever. So of course, like her mother is like over the moon because she hadn't dated anybody in 10 years. And her mom was like, anyhow, so I wondered that myself, you know, how did she manifest that when all she ever said was, I'm never going to be with anybody ever again? That was like her mantra. But in a bizarre way, she kind of self-prophesized that because she wasn't with anyone for a really long time. So she said that with the first boyfriend that she had, I think she dated him from the time she was like 19 to like 24. She said that even though she was miserable with him and she wanted to end things, and she actually did end things at one point, she wound up going back to him because she felt like she would never be with anyone again. And she always used to tell me the story. Her and I weren't friends at the time. I was friends with her younger sister. She used to say to me, I knew if I ended things with him that I would never be with anyone again. And then she would say, and I was right, because nobody else had shown up. So I've wondered that myself. Like, she really never had it in her head that she was going to meet a great guy, that she was ever going to be interested, that anyone was going to ever be interested in her. She never felt that way. So how did that happen? I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of like law of attraction stuff that I just don't agree with. And I think that part of it may be the, like, you like calling, like sometimes I feel like things just happen, and like why? Like she was definitely not feeling like I'm gonna manifest a great guy. He's gonna come in and he's gonna be attracted to me and he's gonna love me just the way I am and not care that I'm overweight. She was the exact opposite. She was always like, I'm fat and all that. She was a cop, and the cops that she was never involved with any of the cops, but they would talk about women, and she would be like, they're calling J-Lo fat, and look at me. She's like, what do they think of me? They probably think I'm an elephant. So that's where her head was. Like, I'm not good enough. I'm not pretty enough. Nobody's going to want me. They think J-Lo's fat. What the hell do they think of me? Um, but then she manifested this relationship. Maybe it was just a timing thing. She was at the right place at the right time, and the cards just, like, it just fell together. It was never the kind of thing where she had to wonder, is he going to call? Is he not going to call? Is he not going to show up? Do you think that he's not going to want to come? It's like it just flowed so easy. It was like divine timing. Like, that's what I would say. It was divine timing. But she was definitely not somebody that believed that it was going to happen for her. And she wasn't somebody who sat down and wrote in a notebook, my boyfriend's going to come in and be 6 foot tall and he's going to have green eyes or whatever. Like, she didn't do any of that stuff. So I don't know. I think that maybe your friend just got lucky. And I think that may be the answer for some people. You just get lucky. I guess maybe I'm envious that she drastically changed her life and she got what she wanted. Well, she seemingly got what she wanted and left her. We don't know that she got 100% of what she wanted. It always looks like it from the outside, but what's really going on the inside, we don't really know that. And that's the lesson with everybody. I was watching last night. I mentioned her before. Shallon Lester. I don't know if you watch her channel, but she's an advice person, or like, I don't know. She gives good advice. Anyway, she was talking about what I was watching last night was, will a baby make your marriage better or worse? That was the video that came up in my feed. So I watched it. And I mean, I agreed with everything that she said. But it's true. Like what she was saying was that, like, we have this idea in our head sometimes that, oh, that won't happen to me, or that won't happen to me, or I'm not like that, or not in my life. But meanwhile, it does. Like what she was saying was basically that 67% of married couples have a worse marriage after the children arrive. But yet women tend to think, well, I'll just have a baby and everything will be fine. Because in their head somewhere they're feeling like, well, it'll just work itself out. Or the other thing she said is, like, if I don't want kids and you want kids, and I think you're going to change your mind, he's probably thinking I'm going to change my mind. We're not on the same page, right? So anyhow, so as the video went on, like she was saying, she's like, if you, like, what's your life like? Like, are you part of the 67% of people, which is more common, or do you think that you're part of the 33%? And what she was saying made so much sense. Like, in your head, you think, okay, things are going to get better, or things are going to be different, which goes opposite of what the law of attraction teaches us. Law of attraction teaches us that because you think that it won't happen to you, it shouldn't happen to you, and you should be in the 33%, not the 67%. But most people aren't. You see what I mean? So I get a little bit twisted up with the law of attraction stuff. And what she was like, I'm talking about data. She's like, these are statistics. This isn't wishful thinking. These are statistics. So most likely, most people, and I think the statistics are, I worked with a woman who was very intelligent, and she said she never got married because, statistically speaking, single people are happier than married. And she said, and I never had children because people without children are happier than people with children. And what that Shallon was saying something similar to that in the video. So it's like, all that glistens really isn't always gold, even though it seems like it. And it's hard not to believe it because everyone's putting this bullshit up on Facebook, and it looks like it's, it looks like it's, like this stupid ass star. Looks like it's silver, but it's plastic. You know, so she may be seeming like she has the perfect life, but I don't think that she does. Oriella, if the IT job at Mount oh, I was going to say Olympus is a good fit for me. Oh, you got 2 aces already. Yes, I think it will be a good fit for you. Yep. Soleil, next 2 days. World is at your feet. Life changes for the better quickly. Virgo may be around that may be of significance. Love cup is full around a side business. You may either be really enjoying the side business, making extra money, picking up new clients, new customers, whatever. Happiness comes out over the next 2 days. Now I got to plug this one in. Red. What are some of the blockages for C and I? Well, there are a lot of issues in this situation. It's not so much that they're blockages, there are issues. There are issues. Like, they're not energetic blocks. There are issues that need to be worked out. I think that there may be issues around other people being involved in this situation. Somebody may be feeling like they may be very controlling. I don't know if he's very controlling, but there's someone here that's very controlling. There are issues around, a lot of issues in this relationship that need to be really fleshed out before things can move forward. And there's a lot of complications here. There are kids. I don't know if you guys have kids together or he has kids and you have kids, but there's like other people that are affected by this situation aside from just you and him. It's very complicated. So this is going to take a whole lot of work. And I don't know how much I really trust that he's going to be putting the work in that he needs to in order to get the situation back to where it should be. Yeah, you got to think about whether or not you want to move forward with this. Soleil, Valentine's Day. If you don't have plans now for Valentine's Day, I don't see much changing. The Death card's in reverse. Communication seems to be down. And the Love Cup is in reverse. I wouldn't focus on Valentine's Day because it looks like either you're holding yourself back or like the restraints are on. I would just kind of let it go this year. I like Shallon, right? And I agreed with a lot of what she was saying in that video. I haven't watched all of her stuff, but I watched that one and then I watched... Oh, you know how I found her? She came up because of that stupid Alec Baldwin's not Spanish wife. Like, she did a video on her. The woman that's not Spanish, that was faking a Spanish accent. Like, what do you think? We're stupid? Someone's going to say, hey, I know you. You're not Spanish. Anyhow, but that's how I found her. She came up in my thing. But she really gets to, like, she really rips it open. You know, like, she just, like, gets in there. Christiana, should I give up on online dating? Should I give up on online dating? you know what? I wouldn't give up on it. I would take a break. Take a break. Give yourself the 28 days or 35 days off of it and see what happens. Like totally disconnect. I would say for a minimum of 28 days and then see how you feel. Because you just might need a break. It's overwhelming. It's overwhelming. My friend's sister, she was like a serial online dater for like 20 fucking years. I mean, she was scrolling through pages and pages and pages of people constantly. She had a million dates all the time, but nothing ever manifested. But then what happened was she married somebody else. I mean, she didn't meet online. But, so, I don't know. Was it worth it? Sometimes I feel like that energy of having a lot of people around you could call in other people because like attracts like. I worked with a woman, she used to say, my dad always says, when one dog's eating, they all want to eat. So that could bring in other attention. But she went through a lot of heartbreaks around those guys. You know, like who she thought, oh, we've been dating for 3 months, and then she sees he's still online dating other people. Or a lot of people ghosted her. But she never gave up. She kept doing it. Kiki, when will this stupid headache go away? Drink more water. And you know what? Even put like a dash of salt in it. It could be by tomorrow morning. If you have vitamin C, you know the like emergency that you take when you put it in the thing? Take one of those. Kiki, what will be life look like in the summer? Oh man, I don't know. I don't know. Things seem to move forward by then. Okay, so I don't know what the world is looking like, but for you, it's like you're prepared, the love cup is full, and life starts to move forward. It also looks like you have a new job opportunity, the world is at your feet, and you have new friends around. So maybe things are a little bit more open by then. You know, my one friend that was vaccinated, like she said today, that she had the first one done, and then 3 weeks later she had the second one. She got sick after the second one, but the first one was fine. So I was like, is it something that you have to take every year, like the flu shot? And she's like, I don't know. And then she said that she read in the paper that Johnson & Johnson, or I don't know if it was Johnson & Johnson or Pfizer, said that they don't know yet. Well, when are you going to find out? Like you're giving it to people. Let me see. I think she said that they don't know if you have to take it every year. Oh, she had the Pfizer one, and she had to take it 3 weeks apart. And she said that Johnson & Johnson says that it may be yearly. I mean, does anybody, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like everything is very uncertain. Deja, how will my Valentine's Day weekend go at the room with Trey? How will my Valentine's Day go at the room with Trey? It should go well. You have a wish here. It should be a pretty decent day. Well, you know what? The sun is in reverse, and so is the Nine of Cups. So I would be careful that you're not expecting more or have higher hopes than what you're actually gonna get. But that's the problem with Valentine's Day, and that's what everyone does. Everybody makes a big fucking deal about Valentine's Day, and then it doesn't live up to their potential, and they wind up getting disappointed. I would say, don't expect much, and you should be satisfied. That's how I would feel. Like, don't expect much, and you should be satisfied. Julie, will I stick with this home care stuff for at least 6 months? Yes, I think you will. lost my spot here. Oh, Kiki. Will I meet anyone romantically if I get this job? Okay. You could meet a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, around this job. Let me go back up to the top. What kind of job is it? Is it a job where there's a lot of people in and out, like a store? Jessica A, general love. Got opportunities coming in. If you're not with anyone right now, you have 2 earth signs. Earth sign, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo, but then you also have another Taurus coming in. Life changes for the better for you quickly, and Aquarius comes in, and you could have a wish around love. Love cup is full, and the Empress is here. Love, money, abundance, fertility. Be careful with that card if you don't want children right now. Nisha, did the Pisces enjoy our time together? Is he thinking about asking me to be his girlfriend again? He did enjoy the time together, but I don't see him asking you to be his girlfriend right now. Vicky, the energy around R right now, how has he been? He's okay. He's growing, transforming, evolving, moving forward, slow and steady wins the race, and he may be very focused on work or a work or a business project of some type. He's got a lot of pentacles around him, but it doesn't look like money that's coming in. It looks like it's money he's earning. Not that that's not money that's coming in. It looks like it's earned money. Kiki, any idea what they may look like? Oh. All right, let's see. I don't like the physical descriptions because, you know, people change. But, okay. This person may be tall with dark hair. They could have light eyes. They may be on the muscular side or in very good shape. And they could be somewhat creative. Or they may look, you might look creative, but you may look like a little bit different or a little bit artsy or something like that. Deja, what can I expect next week? Stepping into your own personal strength pushes your life forward. You're feeling like you're well prepared. You have a large sum of money headed your way. It might not come in next week, but it's on its way. Communication comes in from someone you haven't seen or spoken to in quite some time. And good karma is returned to you next week. Not bad. CJ, love for the rest of the week. Okay, the world is at your feet. You could have new opportunities coming in. If you're not with anyone right now, you're not holding yourself back. Fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Could be an Aries comes in. Listening to your intuition. It also may be that the next relationship you enter, or if you're in one currently, is very well balanced, where both of you are putting in as much as you're getting out. I like Six of Pentacles around a romantic relationship. So it's possible if you're with somebody right now that all of a sudden you're getting the respect that you deserve. um, Sister, when Susan was telling me about her husband, she said when she met him, it was instant connection and she knew that he was her soulmate. Was she being honest? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that she had high hopes. I think that she wanted that to happen, but I don't think that, no. I think that she was, no. I don't think that she had the soulmate connection feeling with him. She may have thought he was attractive. She may have been interested, but she also may have felt like it might never happen. Like, I don't think that she had this idea in her head that I look at him and, oh my God, that's the one, and I'm going to marry him and we're going to live happily ever after. I don't think that she saw it that way. I think that she was interested in him and she was hopeful, but I don't think so. I think that she would like to make it sound like it was much more of a fairy tale than it actually was. I don't know what the problem is with the fairy tale. I don't know what that is all about. But it's there's a lot of people that are looking for that fairy tale. It's not real. It ain't real. And I think that that's what she wants people to believe. Like that she got exactly what she wanted, and she maybe got lucky, but I don't think that it's the fairy tale that she would like you to believe. No. Virgo, what's coming towards me in love? Love cup is full. Possibly, if you're not with anyone right now, could be with a Pisces. You got a Pisces, but you also have a fire sign, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries coming in. Success comes in around a new love opportunity. When you leave the past in the past, growth and change comes in. Growth, change, and things move forward. Deja, how are my finances looking this weekend? Not bad, not bad. Perseverance takes you to the next level. You could have some money coming in. You have feeling a little bit more stable. Average, I would say. Finances are average this weekend. Moon, what's coming up for me? My brother just sent me a text message. Moon, what's coming up for me? You're about to go through personal growth and transformation, which is going to take you to the next level. It looks like it kind of upgrades your life. So growth and transformation, and then all of a sudden, you're in a better place where you're connecting with people on a different level. So like your relationships are going to be different. You're moving to okay, so like say you're in or if you've ever been in relationships that were like less than stellar, a better quality relationship comes in, and not just romantic, just relationships in general. It also looks like you may be upgrading school work, whatever it is that you do all day, either finding your niche or kind of getting into your soul's purpose, whatever it is. You have a wish, put it out into the universe. Happiness is coming in. It's like your whole life is going to go through an upgrade with this growth and transformation. Sister, the first few nights I didn't with S felt like a fairy tale, but then he told me that he never had feelings for me. Was that all an illusion? No, he had feelings for you. He's full of shit. He still has feelings for you. He's got feelings for you. There's no doubt about it. And he thinks about it a lot, and things could change for the better quickly. No, it was not an illusion, and it wasn't in your head. And I hate that he tries to make you feel like that, because that's not true. You definitely had a connection, and you still have that connection. So my brother just said that I have to watch this series called The Sinner. I don't know if you ever heard of it, The Sinner. He sent me a picture yesterday. There is a scene that is actually shot at the bar that I used to go to down the road. Why don't I see it here? Oh, he may have sent it on the other. Anyway, all right, maybe I'll watch it. I say stagnancy and the fucking thing buffers. All right, and will February and March bring in something better than the stagnancy? Get some financials coming in that are nice. You also could have an air sign, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, that may be around you that could be nice. You got success coming in, and you're feeling prepared when it comes to work or school. The world is at your feet, and life starts to move forward, and you're prepared for it. It's not awful. It's not awful. Things are going to start to move forward. Leslie, is M involved with another woman? I don't think so. Not at this point, I don't think so. Kiki, what will the person think of me? They'll think that you're ambitious, strong, independent, sincere, funny. They will think that there's a lot of room for growth, transformation, and that you're a little bit adventurous. Maybe you're going to be bold by then. They're going to think that you're very attractive, kind, caring, honest, and sincere. I think I'm at Maria Maldonado. Description of my boyfriend's finances. He works hard. He works hard. His finances are improving. Slow and steady wins the race. He does okay for himself. He's a hard worker. He'll survive. Yeah. I would say that he's okay financially right now. He may not be a millionaire, but he's okay. And he knows how to work hard. Cinnamon. You used to go out dancing. Well, there's a bar in New York City that I went to. Shit, I don't remember the name of it. But you're supposed to go on top of the bar and dance. I can't remember what the name of the. Oh God, Red Rocks. I think it was the Red Rocks. It was like a Tuesday night, and I'm out drinking and standing on top of the bar like an asshole. That's what you do when you're 20. Jessica A, I think I did that one, right? General love for Jessica. Anna Creasy, H's actions and intentions for me next. Cause for celebration comes in when he reaches out of the blue, but that may take some time. It might not be right away. Like if you may be kind of like bored and stagnant, and nothing may be happening, and then out of the blue he reaches out with some kind of an offering that brings in cause for celebration. Um, Celia, is the Aquarius going to make a move towards me soon, and how's he feeling about us? I don't see anything happening too soon. Maybe over the next couple of weeks. He may be feeling a little bit stagnant right now. He may have his energy pulled back a little bit. He also could be very busy with something at work or school, whatever he does all day. That may be why. I would give it a little bit of time. Julie, how would my Valentine's Day go as well? I'm not used to much. I just hope it's better this year, okay? How'll Valentine's Day go this year? Not bad. Things may change for the better for you quickly. I'm not seeing a whole lot of love here just yet, but that's okay. It doesn't mean that you can't be doing something that's fun. I mean, the love cup is full, but, and the magician is here. I would think it's going to be okay. It may be better than you expect. Let me put it like that. And I don't like to do that because I would rather somebody have low expectations and be pleasantly surprised than have think positively and then get let down, because I hate that. But I actually do think that yours may be better than you think it's going to be. AZ. When will Marisol reach out to me again? Okay. When will Marisol reach out to me again? Soon, before the end of the winter. You should hear from her relatively soon. Possibly within 9, I mean, there's a 9 around it. Could be 9 days, 9 weeks, but it will be before the end of the winter. You should hear from her. What happened here? I knocked everything over. Julie, is the month of March or May that R gets his little nerves due to me, hopefully, in a new situation? Is it the month of March or May? Okay, let's see. May. Angel, what were Elisa's thoughts and feelings when she saw me? How did she feel and what's the outcome? She's a Libra, I'm a Gemini. Okay. She was happy to see you. Things could move forward with her. She's not going to be holding herself back. You may have a long road ahead of you though, so it may not happen immediately. You may have to like put some time in as a friend, or she may have to get comfortable with you first, and then things could move forward. The relationship has the potential to strengthen. She was happy to see you. There's no doubt about that. She was also like pleasantly surprised. Julia. Oh, excuse me. Between the Gemini and the Capricorn, which one is really serious about being in a relationship with me? I'm a Cancer. Okay. Between a Gemini and a Capricorn. Okay, let's see. Capricorn. Capricorn comes up pretty strong. Danny, do you have a question or you would just want a general? Because you could send in a question. Anybody else here I haven't gotten to? Spiritual Awakening, I don't think I did. That Danny, I didn't do. Spiritual ones for the rest of the week. For the rest of the week. Could get communication from somebody out of the clear blue that you haven't seen or spoken to in quite some time. Being at the right place at the right time could bring in a love interest if you're not with anyone right now, and that person may be a Libra. Looks like balance comes back to your life before the end of the week. Megan, love reading. You've got success coming in around a relationship that's actually very well balanced, possibly with a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, but there's also a Leo here. You may have to make choices. If you're not with anyone right now, keep your options open because you have plenty of opportunities coming in. You also have the Magician, the ability to manifest new opportunities. Somebody from your past returns. Listen to your intuition. You may decide to turn around and walk away from your past, and you may move forward with new energy. Andrea, it seems that Jim the Libra has moved on. How should I act in case he comes back? I would listen to your intuition. If you feel that he's moved on to somebody else and he returns and he's still with someone else, I wouldn't go back to that situation. It looks like you might be undecided when he shows up again. You might not know what to do. And the Hermit's in reverse. So he's not going to say much. Or communication right now may be down because he could be feeling like he knows he's wrong or he doesn't want to hear it. So he's just staying silent. It's like, I'm not going to open up the door. I'm not going to open up the conversation because I don't want to hear it. If he returns, cross the bridge when you come to it, but I don't see him returning right now. You're going to have to see how you feel by then. In the meantime, you have a Sagittarius coming in around you. Your life may move forward, and then you may not give a shit when he comes back. Happiness comes out around a well-balanced relationship that could be with a Sagittarius. So let's see what happens. Empress, love reading. Somebody may present you with an offer that would be hard to turn down. It will be a soulmate connection, and with cause for celebration comes in. No longer feeling like you're holding yourself back. You're actually well prepared for your love life to move forward, and it does out of the clear blue sky, and it could be with an Aries. Green eyes, love for this weekend. Love cup is full and you have a wish, put it out into the universe, and passion comes in. Your relationship seems like it's balanced and strong. Should be a decent weekend. Lolly, Sagittarius, next actions towards me. Communication comes in. Mustafa, would I be pleased with my sex life if I married the female? As the Aquarius. Yes, you would be. Julie, who would I have a better chance with, Jan or C? Okay, let's see, Jan. C. C. You get a good shot with C. You have a nice connection. Mihak 503, General. Is there anybody that I didn't get to? Okay, Mihak 503. Listen to your intuition. Intuition is strong. Walking away from people, places, and things that no longer serve you brings in happiness. Got money coming in with the 10 of Pentacles. You also may be feeling like you're stepping into your own personal strength and your life is starting to move forward. All right, well, it's midnight, so why don't we cut off the super chats and I will do the moderators. And if there's anybody else here that I didn't answer for, if you want to send a question quick. Mel, Aquarius, next move. Oh man, I'm wondering if he's going to do something for Valentine's Day. You might hear from him or see him this weekend. Let's put it that way. Love cup is full, happiness comes out, and there's success around cause for a celebration. And I think it's relatively soon. Brandy, send a question. AZ, what would the future love outcome between Dorothy and I? Okay. Well, there is room for growth, romance, and the relationship strengthening and leading towards the happy home, which could possibly be an engagement. There is room for growth here. You've got the engagement card, but you also have a spiritual connection with the Hierophant, which could be very promising. You have the Sun card here. There's a lot of potential around your relationship with her. If it's not happening for you yet, doesn't mean it won't happen. There's actually a lot of potential around you and her for things to move forward. Fatal, why is T looking at Jakala for? Is it to make me jealous? Yes, he thinks it makes you jealous, so he does it more. It's very childish of him. Anyhow, Rhonda, general love with work and finances for the next 7 days. Love, you have a new love interest that can show up. You have a Virgo, you also have a Leo, and you're feeling prepared to explore opportunities if you're not with anyone right now. If you are with someone right now, current relationship will strengthen. When it comes to work, it looks like you may be feeling a little bit bored or stagnant between now and the end of the week, or maybe even next week. But you have potential around finances. Finances are picking up. It looks like you got money coming in, and with the Four of Wands, you've got long-term potential around your relationship on the horizon. So finances and relationships look good. You may be a little bit stuck or bored with your current job or the current moment. You may just have like a really bored moment when it comes to work. But that's okay. That's not going to be forever. Hierophant, do you see her wanting me to stay with her or get a room? Okay. Do you see her wanting me to stay with her? I think she's going to want you to stay with her. I don't know what the situation is, but like, let's just say, for example, you're going out of town to meet her. And the question is whether you're going to stay at her house or stay at a hotel. I think you'll stay at her house. All right, let me just do Summer. Brian's intentions with Evelyn. Communication picks up and there's a wish around the situation. He may not be 100% sure of what he wants, and there may be issues that need to be dealt with around this relationship, but ultimately he is looking for things to move forward, and he does want the relationship to strengthen. Sun comes out. The sun right now is in reverse, so happiness is kind of off in the distance, but eventually he's going to be looking for happiness around the situation. Alrighty. That's it for me tonight, guys. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Have a nice night. Thank you, guys. Bye-bye.